What's going on, everybody? This is Mr. Sharp back here with Madden NFL 20. We are now in week 2 of this NFL regular season this year. Because in real life right now, everybody's in week 3 of the preseason. So they are about 2 weeks away from starting the regular season. But for right now, we're in week 2 for the player versus player one. If you do not know the records yet, I'm going to show you. The Packers, the Jets, the Lions, Ravens, Niners, Rams, Pats, Eagles, Falcons, Cowboys, Raiders, Chiefs, Chargers, Titans, Seahawks, and the Saints are 1-0. The rest of the teams are 0-1, which are the Texans, Browns, Broncos, Giants, Colts, Vikings, Redskins, Steelers, Bengals. The Panthers are 1-1. They won their Thursday night game. And the Bucks are 0-2 now after losing their second game. The Dolphins are still 0-1. Bills, Cardinals, Bears, and the Jags. Those are the teams that are 0-1. Bucks are 0-2 right now, and the Panthers are 1-1 now after winning their Thursday night game against Tampa Bay. So we're just gonna go ahead and get into the 4-5 game, because after this we will head to Los Angeles to see if Los Angeles can go to 2-0 as they take on their rivals from last year. And the team that beat the team that they made it to the Super Bowl last year was the New Orleans Saints, who got screwed against the Rams, so they're looking to get their revenge. But anyways, Chiefs, Raiders. All I'm doing is just warning the Chiefs, cause their defense might get killed they might get killed in this game. Yeah, cause they got Jamarian Ward on the team. He'll be running all over them. Patrick Mahomes, he gonna be playing strong when that season starts.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we'll see the most valuable player of 2018, Patrick Mahomes, and the Kansas City Chiefs, as they take on Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The folks around the stadium clad in silver and black, going to make every last game played in Oakland count. They're ready to go as their Raiders get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in week 1.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed.
Now, guys, I hope the Raiders are ready, because this is the last time that they will start a regular season off at home. They will be starting it on the road.
Do them any favors, but if they can win here and get the 2-0,
because they come off a 49-45 victory over the Broncos, they'll be looking to try to defeat Patrick Mahomes and his guys. But we're gonna find out, because the Raiders are gonna get the football to start the game. So Buck there to kick it away. Richard back to receive, and week 2 begins. Here goes Richard. And he is taken down at the 24-yard line. Here comes Derek Carr.
They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
The thing I like most about Derek Carr's game is not just the right arm and his touch and his ability to find receivers. I think it's his calmness, and I think that transmits itself very well to the rest of the team.
And as you see on the bottom of the screen there, you'll see the rest of the results that happened, including this one. But this will be with the Saints and Rams game. 1st and 10. Here's Martin. He had a great game against Denver. He gets 13 yards on the run, and that will be an Oakland first.
Martin re-signed with the Raiders May 1st.
The Chargers, without Jamarian Ward on their team, they are 2-0 to start their season. Well, Jamarian Ward traded to a new team, and they'll be looking to he'll be looking to help them get to the playoffs this year. We will find out though.
Injuries and other various issues, but now he says his full focus is on
1st and 10. Doug Martin.
Run again on 1st down. Martin.
No gain on that one, and it's 2nd down. Here's Oakland's offense.
Yeah, the offensive starters here for the Raiders.
And all eyes will be on Antonio Brown on the outside, now wearing a uniform other than Pittsburgh's. Donning the black and silver of Oakland. How will he mesh with his new head coach, John Gruden, his new quarterback, Derek Carr? Let's see how things go.
2nd and 10, Carr. He fires, and that's caught. Jamarian Ward. What a game he had against Denver. He scored 3 touchdowns. 3 touchdowns.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys.
I would never forget that night when they took on Denver. He had 3 touchdowns. Some was on the run, some was on passing. It was just an incredible game to watch.
In Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line.
1st and 10. Carr will play fake. He will fire right side. And that one is batted down and incomplete.
Took a shot there on 1st down.
Here's Kansas City's new defense. They changed their defense a bit. They have now lost Justin Houston. He's with the Colts now. D. Ford is gone. Barry's gone. Yeah, it's not going to be good for their defense.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10, Carr. And it's caught. Williams, the former Charger. And he'll only get about 8, and now it's 3rd down.
No matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles, and creating his own yards.
3rd and 2, Doug Martin. And I believe he got the 1st down, and he did. Down to the 34.
Following a gain of 3. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out.
Here's Carr. Throws. Oh, and that one is caught. Who is that? That was Cooper. For a second there, it was going to Brown, but Cooper got in his way and saved him. Oh my goodness. Look at that. It was going to Brown, but it ended up with the tight end making the catch. And that will be another Oakland first.
I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You were the smart one.
1st and 10. Carr in trouble, breaking a tackle, fires, and it's caught to Brown. Touchdown, Raiders.
Antonio Brown, his first touchdown of the new season, and they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago, so how do they come out this week? Same way. They got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it?
I just cannot believe what the Panthers did against Tampa Bay. They held them guys to 3 points.
Almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
We're going to have to make some adjustments.
So now Patrick Mahomes is going to have to come on the field now and show his offensive stuff. because this kick will not be returned. It will hit in the pole, on the pole for the touchback. Here comes Patrick Mahomes.
Leading them out, the reigning
Those were
MVP of the National Football League, Patrick Mahomes, in his third season now.
MVP. You heard that, guys. The reigning, defending, undisputed MVP. Patrick Mahomes. Somehow his team didn't get to make it to the Super Bowl, but he is 6 for 6 on the season after that win over Jacksonville. 1st and 10. Here's Williams. There goes Williams going down the left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Damian Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Heck of a start to his
Damian Williams taking it all the way home.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get.
If you didn't see that score where they had against Jacksonville, you need to go back and see it, because they won 63-14. That was the final score for Kansas City.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be.
But now this is their 2nd road game, and then they'll face the Ravens in week 3. Here's Richard. And he'll be taken down at the 27. And this brings us to the end of this first quarter.
All tied after 1. 2nd quarter from Oakland. The homestanding Raiders with the football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with it?
1st and 10. Doug Martin. And he'll only get about 7 yards. And now it's 2nd down.
And continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went, no adjustments.
2nd and 3, Doug Martin. And he will get the 1st down to the 44.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play.
Carr will throw.
I start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Carr throws downfield, and that's caught to Wilson. And all the way down to the 8-yard line. I told you, their defense is going to get destroyed back there. So their secondaries aren't going to play their defense. They have got to play defense, because if they don't, I don't know what else they're going to do. 1st and goal. Carr throws. And that's caught. Jamarian Ward. Touchdown, Raiders.
It's the fullback. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders
now that is 4 touchdowns for Jamarian Ward this season.
He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on.
Are you kidding me? 4 touchdowns to start the season. 3 in week 1, and now another one in week 2. Incredible. And now Oakland leads 14-7.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown,
Carson to kick it away.
Carlson. This fielded at the 2. Solid return.
And he'll be taken down at the 32-yard line. And Patrick Mahomes and his guys will come back onto the field.
A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
You heard that, guys. That Sunday night game, Eagles-Falcons. The Monday night game, Browns-Jets. 1st and 10, Mahomes. And wide open receiver, it's Watkins.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Mahomes.
First down is Mahomes.
He throws, and Tyreek Hill, he makes the grab.
Get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around. Back-to-back good plays.
Mahomes is trying to get down the field. He throws, and it's caught. Robinson.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Now Kansas City has a chance to tie the game again. Here's Damian Williams. And a timeout called by Kansas City.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts.
Oakland's trying to stop them and hold them to a field goal.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Patrick Mahomes to throw.
Escapes the sack.
Uh-oh, he escapes the sack. And fires. And Kelsey makes the catch. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey, as the first half is winding down, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start.
And Buckner for the extra point. It is good. And we are tied up at 14.
Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And this one will not be returned. It will hit in the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
Oh, and Carr gets popped. And a timeout called by Oakland.
Playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run
somehow Oakland decided to do a read option, and Kansas City was noticing that.
They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
I don't know if they want to do that, because Carr fumbles the football. Recovered by Kansas City. Why would they decide to do another read option? Why would they do that? Now Kansas City is going to kick a field goal at 5 seconds, and Buckner puts it in with 2 seconds remaining. Why would they do that? Give that guy a manual. What are you doing? And this one will not be returned, and he will hit in the back of the end zone, and this one will be a touchback.
Record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
And now Oakland's back on the field after getting that fumble last time, which led to a field goal. And that's it for the half. Kansas City leads by 3. Can the Raiders do something? We will find out. See you in just a bit.
Ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one. Go to the locker room. Start over.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit, where it was the visiting Chargers who were able to come in and steal one on the road. Phillip Rivers, 2 touchdown passes as his guys remain unbeaten. From there, it's over to our nation's capital to check on the Redskins at home at FedEx Field. And they were losers in their ball game to the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Amari Cooper, well over 100 yards receiving with 3 touchdown catches. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Buffalo Bills. Blake Bortles, 2 touchdown passes as his guys remain unbeaten. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
We will see, because Derek Carr did the dumbest thing of all time. He decided to do the read option for the second time, and then he fumbled the ball. As we welcome you back to Oakland, the Chiefs are gonna get the football back, and Oakland's defense is gonna have to step up now against Patrick Mahomes. Because if they do not stop them, they will not go to 2-0.
Get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here comes Patrick Mahomes back onto the field.
Quarter number 3. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy
1st and 10 for Mahomes.
Tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call
Mahomes
them.
play faking.
Things in a certain way in the first half.
And he will be taken down. Pharrell with the sack.
In there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man.
That is the rookie that they picked up. Mahomes fires deep for Hill. And that one is complete.
35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31.
Now for a second there, that one should have been picked off. Because seriously, the defender was right there and he did not pick it off.
Change in field position from inside the 10. Here's first down on the other side of the field.
1st and 10, Damian Williams. And down he goes around the 29. Gain of 3, now it's 2nd and 7. 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 7, Damian Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 24-yard line. Gain of 5. Now it's 3rd down. Oakland's one more stop away from holding them to a field goal. Mahomes. And wide open is Watkins. And they'll work it inside to the 13, past the 15.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing.
Mahomes to throw.
On the defense side of the ball right now.
He throws, and it's caught. Tyreek Hill, touchdown, Kansas City.
Tyreek Hill, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. A good, sustained drive.
I knew Oakland's defense was not going to step up because Patrick Mahomes is just on fire. He has not got an incompletion. He should have gotten an interception if the Raiders defense would have stepped up. But I guess not. Buckner for the extra point. It is up and good.
Right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That time a 6-play drive. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown.
Here's Buckner to kick it away.
Touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away.
Richard set to return. And he'll be taken down at the 27-yard line.
Up to the 27-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting. Now,
guys, I'm trying to figure out this. If the Dolphins had 2 interceptions, why didn't they win? I have no clue. But 1st and 10 for the Raiders. Carr. And it's caught. Tyrell Williams. And down he goes. Tackled down by Clark.
And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
Carr to throw. He throws. And that one is picked off.
Picked off at the 47. There he goes.
And this is going to be a pick 6 for a Kansas City score.
Kansas City.
Oh my gosh.
Did I just see what I thought?
And Kansas City is going to extend their lead. And the extra point is up and good. And that's it for the 3rd quarter. Raiders are down a whole lot of points.
moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house.
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player.
Now, guys, who was that? Who was that picked that one off? We're going to have to find out when the Chiefs defense come back. Here comes Oakland now.
And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave.
Carr to throw.
So cautious as to just really take things in. And
he fires deep. And that one is caught. Antonio Brown.
The Raiders, 55 yards.
I don't think we'll ever get enough of watching one-handed catches, and when they pay off, they are spectacular. But how about the times they don't pay off, and coaches go, two hands still work.
Throws deep for Brown, and he is out of bounds on the pass, so that will be incomplete.
To take them for granted.
Yeah, that's unbelievable, isn't it? Because these are sensational type plays.
Especially that one with a defender right there.
2nd and 10 after that incompletion. Here's Doug Martin, and he is just stopped at the 19.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game,
Carr play faking. He fires, and that one is knocked down and incomplete. And now it's 4th down.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down.
They got to go for it.
Here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Throws, and it's caught to Grant. Touchdown, Raiders.
Ryan Grant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it?
And the extra point is up and through, but they're still trailing.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Here's the onside kick. Oh, and it's going to be a flag on the play. So that might just seal it. Now I'm trying to figure out how is that illegal touching. It was no illegal touching there, so Kansas City is going to have a 1st down at the opponent's 40.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Mahomes. And it's caught. Travis Kelce. And a timeout called by Oakland.
And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Mahomes to throw. He throws. And that one's caught. Robinson.
And they corral him just a couple yards.
Mahomes is now 9 for 9 for the passing game.
Rolling a bit. And another 1st down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
1st and goal. They give it to Robinson, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Chiefs touchdown. DeMarcus Robinson. His 1st touchdown.
The linebacker was right there too, and he would have had the tackle for the loss, but he missed him.
2-0 start, all smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
Yep, the Kansas City Chiefs are gonna get the 2-0 before heading back home.
But guess who's smiling?
But for the Raiders, I'm sorry, but this 2nd game wasn't really for y'all. It was actually for Kansas City, because Kansas City is really the better team, and you know that. Because you know their offense is pretty good. Their defense did struggle a bit, but their defense stepped up. And it will not be returned. It will be a touchback.
The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the
Here
field.
comes Derek Carr.
Here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
Yeah.
I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved
Card to
the hand.
throw.
Who cares? Let's get out of here.
He will fire deep.
Some teams like to do something.
And that one is batted down and incomplete.
As they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Meanwhile,
Now it's second down after that incompletion.
Wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to
Carr will throw again.
25.
He fires deep and wide open is Jamarian Ward. And he will get in. Touchdown, Raiders.
A big play there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the
Now that
Raiders
is
get a
5
score closer.
touchdowns for Jamarian Ward this season.
You got to understand situational
But somehow his
football
team
because
is still going to lose the
late in ball
game.
game.
But somehow, how did Kansas City's defense even allow that deep pass?
Just receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. But they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside
Here
kick.
comes the onside kick now. And it's picked up by Kansas City.
They should have a victory as well. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
They was close. They was close to getting the onside kick. They was close.
Their chances of getting that done, slim.
Here's Carlos Hyde on first down.
We saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to 9.
And a timeout called by the Raiders.
Go ahead and use the second.
They already know that they're trailing.
As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds.
So,
left to
yeah,
go in the game.
they've got to take a
First down,
timeout.
got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Here's Damian Williams. And he will get the first down, and that might just seal
A
it.
gain of 13. It's a first down.
That might just seal the game for Kansas City.
Racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this
So
winning team
Mahomes is going to
is gonna
take
give a
the
whole
knee
lot of
here,
credit to the running game
and
of
that
offensive
might
line.
just do it.
The offensive line, yes.
And the Raiders will take their final timeout, and they will have none remaining as they are trailing still by 10 points. That interception by Derek Carr, that cost him. It sure did. It cost him. If he didn't throw that interception, they would have stayed alive. But guys, it's over. The Chiefs are gonna go to 2-0 to start out their season, while for the Raiders, they're gonna drop to 1-1 on the season. For Kansas City, they'll be looking to go to 3-0 against Baltimore, and we will see what the Raiders will have in mind. Who are they going to face in Week 3 for them? After this, the Saints and the Rams. So Kansas City wins by 10. What a game for Patrick Mahomes.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves,
guys, that interception that Carr threw, that cost him. I'm not even lying. That interception cost the Raiders. I'm sorry.
That didn't work in the first half.
That interception cost them. I don't know what else they're gonna. I don't know what they're gonna talk about in that locker room. But that interception cost them.
So for Kansas City, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Oakland, they'll fall to 1-1, and they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S.
the Vikings.
Stadium and a date with the Vikings. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
So once again, Patrick Mahomes hasn't still got an incomplete pass yet. Wow. This is pretty interesting. So guys, Kansas City is still undefeated. They will be back at home against Baltimore, while the Raiders are in Minneapolis against the Vikings. So guys, if you are ready for the next episode for the rematch of last year, the Saints and the Rams. Hit that like button. Make it splash on that like button.